Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Today, we visit the Marin Tennis Club. I have a tour from President Emeritus Carnett Williams. Stay tuned. Ready to go on a tour? Marin Tennis Club? Let's go. Good morning, Carnett.
Hey, what's up, Harry, man?
All right.
Welcome to MTC.
I keep calling you Carnett. Your name is Carnett.
Carnett,
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
So this is former, President Emeritus of the board. Let me be a little more formal of the Marin Tennis Club here in San Rafael, California.
Woo.
Thank you for hosting me today.
Of course, welcome, Harry.
So whenever somebody asks me that's new to the area or new to tennis, they always ask me, what's a good tennis club to join? My question to them usually is, how competitive are you?
Yep, absolutely.
Once they say, I'm competitive and I want to compete, guess where I tell them to go?
MTC?
That's correct. So for the best tennis, the most competitive tennis, and the best group of people around, actually, Marin Tennis is your place if you want to play like serious tennis, okay? So they take it very seriously here. The teams are very, very, very competitive. But let me just backtrack a little and start with some of the history of the club. We have a founder's plaque over here. How did this, let's backtrack a little bit too. How many years has this club been here?
So, fantastic. It's actually our 50th year anniversary. This club was founded by about 7 guys here in Marin that wanted a tennis club, and so they purchased the land. And it started with humble beginnings. We just had a couple courts, and over the years have expanded. I think one of the unique things about MTC is that it's a member-owned club, which means we're set up as a club that each member actually owns a fractional share of the club while they are a member. And we are here about tennis, about social activities, about drinking and food. So it's member-owned, member-run, volunteer board, volunteer committees. And as you said, it's about tennis with a great community wrapped around it.
Great. So celebrating 50 years this year.
This year, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So 50 years ago, this land could not have been that expensive, is my guess.
No, not at all, not at all. Let's just say the property is worth a lot more now, and we're very, very thankful for our founding members that they had the foresight to purchase the land and to develop it in a way that was for each of the members that joined versus making it a for-profit entity. So it's been great over the years. And, when you have members who are driving a club and running a club that play tennis, that's what the focus is about. I mean, we put on plexi cushion courts. We have some of the best lights in Marin. So it's really about what makes the experience better for us versus we don't have to make a profit. Actually, we strive every year to break even. That's the beauty of having it being owned by each of the members.
That's the word. That's what the word nonprofit means, guys. Break even at the end of the year.
Yep.
So LED lights, best quality, plexi cushion, great for knees, feet, limbs, right? It won't wear you out so quick. Softer material. Let's take a look at the plaque.
Yeah.
Let's see who the people are that started this place. So, wow. This was 1972. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we're in our 50th year right now. It's been fantastic. We still have, these were the original guys who got together and started the club, but we also have a couple founding members who are actually still here. Marty Marks is one of them. He's actually written a great book about the history of MTC. He's still one of the founding fathers. He's at the tournament this last weekend. He's always around, so he's a great guy. Knows a lot of history about the tennis in Marin.
I actually know a couple of these guys just from being
course.
around. Surprisingly, I'm old then.
Oh, come on, Harry. You're young. Look at you, man.
Yeah, I was born 1 year before that, so yeah.
So you're younger than me. So
Right.
what are you saying?
What?
What? You're younger than me.
I didn't know that. I actually didn't know that. Well, so this the founders court. This
Yep.
is show court here.
Yep, this is court 1. This is
take a
our
look.
showcase court. Yeah, this court is fantastic. It's all courts are protected from the wind really nicely. But we do call this our showcase court because it's our singular court here at MTC.
So how many courts are there here?
We've got 12 courts in total.
Nothing covered, huh?
Nothing covered. Nothing
Okay.
covered. I mean, we are blessed in Marin with not too much rain, although this last year was quite rainy. But no, nothing covered. We're in a little valley here in San Rafael. We actually have our own microclimate. Oftentimes, it might be sprinkling or raining in other parts of Marin, but for some reason, we get a nice little microclimate here that keeps us relatively dry.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's okay if it rains sometimes. I think for a lot of us, it's nice to have a break from tennis. So let's just call it, we have our winter break from playing so much.
Forced rest for those competitive tennis players here
the knees.
at Marin Tennis Club. Yeah, my knees.
Yeah.
So I'm doing this all the time too. All right, so let's take a look at some other courts here.
Yeah, come on in. So even though 1 is our showcase court, we've got 3 teaching courts that are right here to the left. You can see there's a women's clinic happening right now on court 12. We just recently plexi cushioned all these courts also. So we're 100% plexi. And we've got lights on every court. So there really is no bad court at MTC.
And I see each court is divided with a fence, huh?
Yeah. As teaching courts, we've got a pretty robust juniors program. So these courts we try to keep set up this way because that way we can run clinics, we can have group lessons without interfering with each other. So these 3 are primarily used for that purpose.
Yeah, this is very rare. Usually it's half fences with a middle or just 3 across and balls roll over.
The beauty of a member-owned court, we can decide what we want. And court 10 here behind you is actually one that we have a ball machine on. So you can you can reserve this court and use a ball machine. And so we've got a lot of activities happening on these 3 courts all the time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's check out this pool.
Yeah, so we've got this pool area. We've got members who have families and kids. So this has become a great area for families to come, bring their kids, spend a little time by the pool, and be able to just sit around and enjoy, an afternoon barbecue.
Wow.
Yeah, and in the summer, we've got a lifeguard here during the week when we have kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
And I have to say, we have the best lemon trees in Marin. You'll see scattered around the property a lot of lemon trees, and they produce a lot of lemons. So anytime I eat lemons, I just come down to the club and pick a couple.
Lemons are expensive these days.
Yeah, they are. These are really good lemons.
Organic.
I think they are accidentally organic, just from lack of doing anything but letting them grow.
Exactly. Right.
And you probably notice a lot of signs up right now. This last weekend, we just had our annual Memorial Day tournament. It was fantastic. We had $15,000 purses for an open division. Oh, you can come see. It was the Holmesboro Memorial Day Weekend Championships. We had over 300 participants this year, over 100 in the open division. And then we even introduced an over 65 division this year. So it was a lot of tennis over 4 days. And it was really fantastic. It was great to see the club use and other people coming to see what we do here.
No, it was a great event. We featured it in a couple matches too. So well done here. Very well done.
Thank you.
Yeah. So this is the premier event of the year.
It is. Our Memorial Day tournament is our big event of the year. We suss up and clean up the club and open it up for the world to come see and play. And wow, we saw some competitive tennis. I think you've got a couple up on your channel. So I think if you want to check it out, definitely look at some of the videos posted.
Yeah, perfect. Let's go check out some more courts.
Okay. So yeah, this place is designed for tennis, but it's also designed for socializing. You'll see we've got great sitting areas with heat lamps and a fire pit. And, some people say the Marin Tennis Club is a drinking club with a tennis habit. I like to think we play tennis and like to have a drink afterwards.
And you do drink a lot.
Yeah, we
from
do
what
drink
I
a
hear.
lot here. And this clubhouse is actually designed by a local architect, as you can see from sort of the way it was built. It's a very open club, beautiful wood architecture. It's actually something that the members spent a lot of time actually and money architecting. So the clubhouse itself just actually went through a major maintenance and renovation this past year.
Yeah, the clubhouse is kind of situated in the middle
Yep.
with the courts around it.
Exactly.
Literally around it.
It's literally completely around it. So you can view matches from almost anywhere in this club.
So we got more courts over here. We got two.
Yeah, these are courts 2 and 3. I would say secondary showcase courts. You can see we often have people sitting here watching matches as they happen. Yeah, we're nestled away here. It's interesting because this property was built 50 years ago. The houses actually all were built after this court was here. So this whole neighborhood actually grew up around the tennis court. And yeah, we've got a great back area here. These are our courts 5, 6, and 7. Court 4 up here is also another a ball machine court. As you can see, it's totally fenced in. And we try to make sure that there's viewing areas for all matches. We have a tremendous amount of competitive tennis happening here. We've got USTA, all divisions, all age brackets. We have the women's Sonoma Napa League plays here. We've got a lot of social tennis that's happening. I would say these courts utilize probably 80 to 85% of the opening time. They're empty right now because we just had our tournament that ended. So I think a lot of people are taking a little rest this morning, but this is abnormal not to be seeing these courts completely filled. Actually, I got them empty for you, Harry. I was like, hey, we're doing a little film here. Everybody step away. They're all actually behind the building right now.
They're all
nursing a hangover.
So the one thing I'm not noticing here, maybe you took them down during a tournament, is the championships flags.
Yes, we do have those, but I don't want to say we're very subtle about it. We don't put up all the championship flags. We've had tremendous teams. We've had teams that have gone to nationals, obviously for a club that's 50 years old. I would say we skew towards the older age brackets when it comes to really successful teams. We just had our 4-5 women at sectionals. We had the 4-0 women that went to sectionals. The over 55 team almost always goes to sectionals. I think we've had several teams go to nationals. Very successful, but after a while, you don't have to have every single one of those up. We've got a little showcase inside that has a lot of the teams that went to nationals. So that's really where we put it up.
Let's go in then. Let's go to I don't want to say the second most important, but I guess some people say the number one important is the bar.
Oh, well, if it's that important, we've got several bars here.
Oh, more than one.
Well, you don't want to have to stumble too far to get a drink at MTC. So we've got our own kitchen here, as you can see, and great being a member-owned club. We actually have members who pick our wine list, our drink list, and so it's really tuned to members because we pick our own things, right? We like the wine that we like the beer that we like, and so that's what we put our own menu on.
Hey, when it's your club, you pick what you want.
Yeah, exactly. We've got a great barbecue area out here that members use, oftentimes after matches. So being a Tuesday after a big tournament, the kitchen's obviously closed today, but we've got a kitchen back in this area.
So you guys feature Bogey's food now, huh?
We do. He just took over about a month and a half ago. So we definitely outsource our cooking and food prep to him.
Okay.
We've got a nice sitting area back here. A lot of tennis gets played on our big screen, as you can imagine.
Right here, and there's your show court.
There's our show court. And these are the greatest doors. I probably should, but these are accordion doors. They actually fold, and we can push them all the way to the end. So it's a real indoor, outdoor. In the summer, we almost have these open the whole time. So it really feels like you're actually outdoors as you're watching a match. We even have a webcam on this court, so if you can't make it to watch a court one match, you can just tune in online.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you, but we'll talk about that another day.
It's a great sitting area, and this is where you come get drinks.
So, Carney, I usually see you sitting in one of these seats.
Yeah, usually after a match, slumped over.
Bottles of wine.
Yeah. It's been known to happen.
Daily.
No, come on, no. So we've got a great wine list, we've got our beers and fridges, and, we've got an automated reservation system, so it's actually kind of cool. It's actually kind of fun, too, because you can see who's playing. Again, this is very odd that it's so blank, but that's because I think everyone's exhausted from the weekend. This is usually packed all day. Yeah. And here's, as I say earlier, here's all our championship trophies, or not all of them, but a lot of them, that we like to keep in here.
And there's that 50-year Marin Tennis book there.
Yes, that's Marty Mark's book, which we do have available if anyone was interested.
Hey, Coach Chris.
Hey.
You string tennis rackets?
That's right.
We'll make a little extra cash.
Sure.
With Direct Tennis, you can be the official stringer of your own neighborhood. You can set the distance, you can set the meeting place, and you can set the timing.
So I can string on a street corner?
You can set your own place. It's all at Direct Tennis, where they put players with stringers and stringers with players. Check them out at directtennis.online. Link is below. So 50 years celebrating here. You served as president for how many years?
1 year. So we have a volunteer board, and your term is for 3 years. And you rotate through the presidency. And so it's a great way to get lots of members involved. It's a great way to have a different perspective. And again, as a member-run club, we not only have the board of directors, but we have a tennis committee, we have a social committee, we've got a marketing committee that does communications, we have a membership committee to make sure that new members get integrated into the club. And as I said, it's more about community than just tennis here. And so, when people join the club, we immediately say, okay, who can we introduce them to, and they can play tennis. It's almost overwhelming how much tennis you can get integrated here. I think if you didn't control yourself, you could play tennis all day, every day. I actually have a personal rule now. I don't play more than 2 days in a row. My body just can't handle it. I mean, it's just every day. Someone's like, do you want to play tennis? I'm like, you know what? I got to take a day off. So
let's talk about the membership process. Yeah. How does somebody join?
Yeah, I think the first thing is come visit the club. There's always someone here to greet you. If it's one of the members, they'll take you for a tour. If not, our general manager will take you around. I always encourage people, come play before you join. And so we're always inviting prospective new members to come play. And we'll hook you up. If you're a 3-0, a 3-5, 4-5, 5-0, we'll connect you with other members, because in the end, we want to make sure that you're super happy here. You enjoy the tennis, you enjoy the community, and then we can talk about the membership after that. So yeah, we always encourage people to come and play and hang out before they even put their name on the waiting list.
Okay, so what is the wait list? How long will it take to be a member here?
Yeah, so we've got a cap on the number of members that we can have at the club. I think it's about 302, something like that. And so a lot of times you're just on the waiting list until a member leaves, either by moving, or we do have a way that older members, so that they don't leave the club, they just deactivate from active tennis. So we have a lot of older members who use the club to play bridge or to play mahjong, who no longer actively play tennis. But we don't want to just say, sorry, you can't be a member. So when I say we have 300, it's 300 active tennis memberships. And so oftentimes, you know, you have that regular amount of people who are coming out of their active membership.
Got it. So if I wanted to be a tennis member and I wanted to join today, I wouldn't be a member today though, right?
You wouldn't be a member today. I think, I don't know what the active waiting list is, but it's not too long. It's probably a month or two at most. And so, yeah, I think the best thing to do is come by, talk to our general manager, and see where we are. We do offer memberships for singles, families, and we also have a junior membership. I believe if you're under 26, it's a very low initiation fee because we want to encourage those who are, you know, just graduating college, maybe not making a ton of money, to be able to continue playing tennis. And so we do have a junior membership here at the club also.
Perfect. Any other final words that you'd like to talk about this fabulous club?
Oh, man, don't get me going. It's the best tennis club in Marin. I will be a little biased when I say that, but a great history, great amount of tennis here, great community, and a really fun place to come hang out.
All right, Carnett Williams, President Emeritus, Board of Directors, Marin Tennis Club. Thank you so much for showing us around. They know where to contact the club now.
Okay.
And it was so much fun.
Hey, thanks for coming by. Appreciate it, Harry. Always good to see you.
All right. We'll get on the court one day.
Okay.